Thousands of stranded marine animals are reported around the world annually, and of those, approximately 20 to 30 whale and dolphin strandings in the Hawaii and Mariana Islands region are able to be examined. The Navy proactively works to better understand the lives of dolphins and whales and why marine mammals strand. The Navy partners with the University of Hawaii's Marine Mammal Health and Stranding Lab that's authorized by NOAA, which coordinates emergency responses for sick, injured, distressed, or dead marine mammals.
The Navy supports the education and training of community volunteers and university students. From this support, students and volunteers gain valuable expertise and hands-on experience with regards to stranding response and scientific research, while simultaneously contributing to the overarching goal of marine conservation. The lab is incredibly important to the Navy as it helps the Navy to understand marine mammal vulnerabilities.
Investigating strandings provides a critical means to determine why whales and dolphins get sick and die. Stranding data and marine mammal tissue samples are also used to gain knowledge of species that are otherwise difficult to study.
General causes of strandings can include entrapment or entanglement in fishing gear, viral and bacterial infections, diseases, starvation, and unusual weather or oceanographic events. In many cases, scientists will conduct examinations called necropsies and subsequent tissue analysis. This allows for assessment of potential marine debris ingestion, potential identification of acoustic and physical trauma, and for the detection of pathogens that may affect marine mammal health.
During a necropsy, we do internal and external examinations where we collect a suite of samples. The purpose of doing a necropsy is to identify threats to whales and dolphins and to try to identify cause of death.
Strandings in Hawaii and other Pacific islands have historically been poorly studied. However, archived tissues from prior strandings can be analyzed to examine historical patterns of marine mammal strandings to better understand the threats they faced.
The lab houses extensive specimen archives from the Western, South, and Central Pacific. Our freezers actually house over 30,000 individually labeled samples, and the type of work we do involves screening for diseases in those samples.
Recent developments in marine mammal stranding science has led to the detection and identification of certain pathogens that cause disease and increase illness, such as morbillivirus, brucella, toxoplasma, and circovirus.
Morbillivirus is a disease that is known to cause mass mortalities in marine mammal populations around the world. And for many years, experts believed that Hawaii was safe from morbillivirus, being that we were so remote. We have since conducted follow-on work and know that this disease is present among over 13 different species of dolphins and whales in our waters, and we're continuing to monitor for it, not only in Hawaii, but in the other greater regions of the Pacific, such as the Mariana Islands.
An infectious disease which affects Hawaii's dolphins in nearshore waters is Toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasma is a parasite of mammals and birds in Hawaii and has caused the death of in-spinner dolphins both near Oahu and near the Big Island of Hawaii.
Sadly, we often see trauma that leads to the death of the animal. Animals are hooked by fishing gear, caught in nets, and injured by boat strikes. If injuries are too extensive, it can lead to bone breaks, debilitation, and if caught in fishing nets, suffocation. We all need to do our best to keep our distance from marine mammals in their natural habitat, as well as monitor fishing nets.
So this is all marine debris that was found in the stomach of a pilot whale that's stranded here in Hawaii. Looking at the specific types of debris in the stomach of an animal gives us an idea of what types of marine debris they're exposed to, as well as better understanding how we can prevent that exposure and ingestion in the future.
The Navy plans to continue its environmental partnerships and future research efforts with the Health and Stranding Lab. This includes expanding current research on emerging disease threats to better understand the impact of pathogens that may occur throughout the far-reaching Pacific region. Identifying and evaluating threats to marine mammal populations is foundational to effective conservation strategies.
The Navy's primary mission is to man, train, and equip combat naval forces to win wars, deter aggression, and maintain freedom of seas. The Navy's training and testing at sea is a critical part of that mission and defending our nation. The Navy works and lives in the ocean surrounded by sea life, so it has a deep commitment to environmental stewardship and compliance. The data from scientists and experts, including the Marine Mammal Health and Stranding Lab, ensures the Navy has the best available information to assess impacts. This is critical to being good stewards of the sea.